NyanCave!
Whoa. Welcome back.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
You know, there was time in between these streams, but if you're watching them not live, then there'd be no time at all.
No time.
What is time?
Relative.
Did you get a haircut?
Yeah, I did. Like 2 days ago? Thanks for noticing.
No problem.
Hey,
Yeah,
but if
it
you're
looks
watching
good.
these streams one after another,
No time
no
has
time has passed. So
None.
way to notice exactly on time.
Yes. But yeah, I'm right on time for VOD viewers. Say hi to the VOD viewers. Well, we've got a real explosive
Ooh.
stream coming up. It's gonna be real lit. Is that what the kids are saying? Oh man. Ah, jeez.
I'm addicted to the crack of firecrackers.
Yes.
I thought we were going to have an intervention.
I was like, that's an interesting segue.
Intervention.
That's not healthy.
Intervention.
That's how you do interventions.
That's how you do interventions.
What's that from?
Always sunny.
Always sunny. It's always
yeah,
sunny.
Right. It's always sunny.
Ah, man. Oh, what is up, everybody?
No, not everybody.
No.
And Mayfer.
Just
Thanks for 2 months.
Mether?
Mayfer.
We have an intervention.
Intervention. Thank you for 2 months.
2 months.
Keep being funny and cool. Is this funny and cool?
Oh.
I hope so.
Did we
You're
make
funny
the
and cool.
cut?
I think there's something inherently not cool about being funny.
What? Really?
Well, yeah.
I think it eventually like loops around and you become super
What?
cool.
But everyone always says the hottest guys are funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't be
they
hot
do.
and cool.
No,
Oh.
you can't.
It doesn't make any sense.
Oh.
Wait,
What is-
there's layers in that one.
It took me a second.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Well, that was enough stalling. I did mostly what I needed to do.
Good. I was trying to buy you as much time as possible.
I didn't know you were doing anything. I just thought we were having a good time together.
Oh.
But I guess
You and me,
No.
Nyanny. We were having a good time.
I'm always texting someone else when we're talking at dinner.
Oh,
what?
That's
my
rude.
goodness. I'm so bad at texting.
Oh, yeah, me too. I don't like it.
I don't like
I don't
it.
at all. Do you appreciate it when I call you randomly?
Yes,
Oh, nice.
I do. I'm like, oh yeah, wow, how nice is this? Instead of getting a text message.
Yeah.
I'm always like, why is Clay calling instead of texting?
I find
Is there a fire?
I find it very frustrating to make plans over text most of the time. Like sometimes it's easy,
Yeah.
especially if it's involving a group. It's like, hey, this on this day, okay or no.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay,
if
it
you're like-
depends on who you're doing this with.
Yeah,
But go on.
I guess, yeah, of course, it varies person to person. But
Yes,
when
yes.
you're establishing the event, you call to establish the event. The event is established, it's happening. Then you can text out like an invitation. And it's just like a yes or no.
No.
But if you're planning an event, it's very hard because it's like, oh,
Yeah.
what was that? What was that? And then they take fucking 15 minutes to reply to a message, and you're like, I got no train of thought.
Oh, I see. It's all about you and your train of thought.
It is.
Mm.
Yeah,
I guess if you were planning the event, that makes sense.
exactly.
You deserve some credit.
Either get on or get
All right,
off.
chat. You've got to settle this.
Uh-oh.
Are you text people or call people?
Let's find out with a poll.
I got it.
Oh.
Oh yeah, because we can.
Okay, then I won't make the poll. If you're typing things, stop, because you're going to get skoinked.
Squanched.
Squanched. Not saying I'd have the poll up already, but...
Mine was better though.
Oh, yours is absolutely better. Never mind. I take it all back. I'm sorry for throwing shade in your direction.
In your general direction.
It was unnecessary.
I'm afraid that's not the case.
What?
Oh, right. Sandwich. How could I forget about sandwich?
Where am I?
So if Wario has garlic nose, does Sandwich have carrot nose?
Oh,
Yeah, I was looking at his nose and I was trying
Yeah.
to decipher
or
what...
is radish?
Or is sausage.
So grilled sausage, and it's actually in his head, coming out the nose a bit.
I see it now. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a hot dog. Yeah.
It's a hot dog.
Who grills a hot dog?
What?
The only way to extract the real flavor of a hot dog is to boil it for at least an hour.
So I didn't know that boiling hot dogs wasn't like people do it,
I know.
but it wasn't like the most
Oh,
common
yeah.
way to cook it. It's the only way I knew how to cook hot dogs.
Oh,
and I definitely caused quite a serious fire.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect
How?
that.
I was boiling
a
hot
hot
dogs.
dog?
You
and then
caused a fire by boiling a hot dog.
I got distracted for about an
Boiling them in
hour and a
vegetable
half.
Oil? Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
And then all the water was gone.
Oh.
And it just started. I'm like, what's that smell?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Well, we got through 2 lines of text before tangent. New record.
New tangent record.
At the scene, we found this key to the winder of the inspector's pocket watch.
A key?
Yeah. And having wound the pocket watch, we discovered that it in fact still works. You see, the watch didn't stop because it was broken at all. And that fact completely undermines one of the most fundamental premises on which this entire case has been built.
What?
Yeah.
It does?
Hot. Actual hero. Order! Order! But counsel. The watch was stopped at almost exactly 5 o'clock.
Yeah, which is when we heard the gunshot.
Gotta figure this out. I mean, what do those lips sound like?
What do
Oh,
those lips sound like?
The bottom lip is kind of like the other half of Sandwich's hot dog.
Oh.
Now
I guess that does-
combine them like a Tetris piece.
It does actually solve the question of, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on whether you break the seam on the bun.
Oh.
If it's 2 separate pieces,
Yeah.
then it's a sandwich.
Right.
If not, then it's a bread wrap.
A bread wrap.
Red rat.
I don't know. It is exactly the hour. Give him a bro voice. I don't know. I just don't hear him.
Do you
know?
not jive with him? Do you want to jive with someone else instead?
I want to jive with you, baby.
Maybe you just talk like with your lips like
No, you could talk with your lips out.
You talk with your lips like this. I totally.
And tell me all your secrets.
With the diagonal lips like
Spider-Man 3 was a bad movie.
That's not a secret. That's a fact.
The time that was showing on the watch tells us nothing other than when it was wound down. It's merely a coincidence that it happened to be at 5 o'clock.
Objection! Even if that's true,
You want to do ooh chat? Oh shit.
the 3 witnesses here all heard the gunshot at 5 o'clock. So that's obviously when this crime was committed.
Objection.
Talk while holding your lower lip between your fingers? That should grate the effect? No way. You think so?
What do you think?
Does it really work? Does it
Does
work?
it work?
It makes me speak weird. Oh, wait.
Like that.
Oh, like this.
Yeah,
Oh,
like-
that's
like
kind
this.
of irritating too.
I guess
That's kind of it.
We can do that.
Yeah, and I feel like eventually you can
try
just let it
this.
go. You know.
Nor. No! That doesn't hold!
Why not?
Recall what Inspector Lestrade said only moments ago.
The boss used to wind it up every evening without fail when he was waiting for his scrub to come at the pub. He said he hadn't missed a day in the last 10 years, polishing it and winding it. It meant the world to him, that watch did.
The victim was in the habit of winding his watch once a day, in the evening. We can reasonably assume, therefore, that he wound the timepiece on the evening before he died as well. Yes, that would be entirely reasonable. But if that's the case, you wouldn't expect the watch to have completely wound down by 5 o'clock the following day. Oh,
Oh, how'd you figure that out?
In summary, the evening before the day of the incident, when the gunshot rang out in that room, the inspector was already unable to wind his watch.
You can't mean.
What would stop a man winding his watch if he's been in the habit of winding it every single evening for 10 years? The obvious answer is that he was bodied. Order! Order, counsel! That is the most extraordinary claim.
Objection. Extraordinary isn't the word. It's absurd. You claim he was already dead the night before? Do you really think that Scotland Yard's coroner would have overlooked something like that?
She's in jail, bitch!
I've got quite a history with coroners, to be perfectly honest.
On that subject, there is something rather surprising. There's actually an omission in the coroner's report. The time of death is not noted.
Ooh. What? That's right. Wait a minute. You're forgetting that my legs went under me when I kicked on the door. I don't know if this will work.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is he maybe Raggy? Wait a minute.
Maybe I'll just do a little bit of this. Wait a minute. You're forgetting my legs went under me when I kicked the door in.
Or your
That
legs?
actually works.
What
There we
happened
go.
to your
I think
legs?
My legs?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you.
legs? Kind of mixed with a woo.
What do you mean? Like I said, I planted my hand in a dirty grey puddle of blood.
Yes. So the victim's blood hadn't dried. It was fresh.
Who catches on fast, doesn't he?
Objection.
But that blood could be explained in any number of ways. It could have been put there afterwards. Some fresh blood could have been poured over the victim's body.
Does my learned friend think that fresh blood is available on every street corner?
Fresh blood! Get your fresh blood here!
Now's not the time.
I mean, if you're a vampire, it kind of is.
Oh no!
True blood.
Well, it needn't necessarily have been human blood, of course.
Ooh.
We've been told previously that Scotland Yard has no way to identify blood as human.
Oh!
That's true too.
The problem is currently being researched. At present, you are correct. It is beyond our abilities.
So then, a chicken's blood could have been used, for example.
It's certainly possible that it wasn't the inspector's blood at all.
Yeah, I bet you now you want to use our magical blood color gun.
But the gunshot was heard at 5 o'clock that afternoon. That is beyond question.
Is it, though? Is it really? I love that when, like, you don't say how they're wrong. You're just
No.
like, oh, is it?
You
just
put the
throw it
fear
all
of
into
doubt
question.
within them.
Yeah, and then you let them kind of talk themselves out of it.
Ugh.
Awful. Is it, though?
What? It works with me all the time.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it really? Okay. Given that the time of death of the victim has already been called into question, it isn't beyond the realms of possibility that what these witnesses heard wasn't a gunshot at all.
Oh, please, what are you trying to say?
Us Lord knows what we heard, and it was a wild bang that came from that room there.
Now, you listen to me. A street seller's ears are his livelihood.
I don't doubt your ears, sir. But all you can state with certainty is that you heard a noise. Eh?
Explain yourself then, counsel.
A noise that sounds like a gunshot. Could have been made with...
A gun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Texting has an advantage
Catherine.
since you can screenshot stuff and have record of things even if time passes.
Yep.
Or receipts, if you're petty like me.
Catherine! That's why I like making plans via text, because they're there and I don't have to remember things or write things down.
There's nothing worse than like checking some apps and where it's like, oh, I got a message, and it's like, message redacted.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Thanks, Catherine.
Thanks, Catherine.
Wow, it's my birthday today.
Whoa!
I've been lurking and in Godland lately, but I hope everyone is doing well.
Sakura! Sakura!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Sakura.
Happy birthday!
I said it like they did in Card Capture Sakura. Sakura?
Sakura. Sakura. Yeah, happy
Hey,
birthday.
happy
I
birthday.
hope
You
you're
did
having
it.
a
You
good
made
day.
it all the way around. You
Yeah.
did it.
I'm happy to be here.
Take that!
And thank you, chat. Something like this. The culprit could have set off one of these to fake a gunshot.
Good gracious. The very fireworks that are sold by the witness.
Now, hold on a minute. What are you saying? I did it. My pretty little firecrackers only make a little pop anyway. See? see.
Not 100 of them together. The Venus special that you sell for 600 pennies sounds like this. As the court can now attest, it sounds very much like a gunshot, in fact.
You're trying to suggest that somebody set one of these fireworks off at the scene.
I'm suggesting that somebody knew the defendant was in the room at 5 that day and sought to implicate him by creating a sound like a gunshot for these peddlers on Fresno Street to hear.
But even the accused himself has testified that he saw no one else in the room at the time. Whether it was a gun or a firecracker, the only person present to cause that bang was Barack Van Zeeks.
One whiff of a match and my firecrackers go pop.
Firecrackers,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
See, it's why people like them.
Yeah. Definitely been a firecracker at some points in my life.
Oh, yeah.
Me
Yeah.
after spicy food.
Yeah.
I fear for your fingers, young lady.
Yeah, no matter who wins this trial, Venus is coming out on top. That's for sure. Recently, during my time here in Britain, I've learned of a very useful invention indeed. Something called a time bomb?
Good heavens!
No.
A bomb!
Yes, a device that allows you to blow up whatever you like, whenever you like.
Mr. Naruhodo, I worry that your unfortunate phrasing there may lead to yet another international incident.
Oh my god. Oh, no. Wait, it's the whenever you like part that's important.
A timed device?
Yes, exactly. A time device. Something of that nature could have been planted at the scene. A device that was able to produce the sound of a gunshot long after the culprit had left. What?
I know what it is.
Oh, okay.
It's because it's how they used to tell time. They used to put firecrackers in candles that would go off at certain intervals. So there'd be a snap noise like at 2 o'clock
Oh.
or after 20 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
What?
And if you put a firecracker in a candle, it would boom big enough to blow up the top.
Oh my.
You're right.
I remember this from something.
Yeah.
Does
You know-
he remember?
Everyone always talks about telling time,
Yeah.
Right.
but what are they telling it?
Slow the fuck down.
Oh!
Your
Why am I
extravagant,
35?
your extravagant claim will have to be substantiated with evidence, counsel. What proof do you have to suggest in any way that a time device was employed to create a gunshot sound?
Yeah, this might have been a hard one. If this works.
I see. So I had a whoa moment moments before your moment.
Okay.
Whoa.
What was your
Okay?
whoa moment?
And my moment was, oh my god, that's why the pocket watch is broken. It was the timer, but that's wrong.
Oh, no, that could be right.
It could be, but that's
I don't know about that.
What's Duarte? Thank you for 6
Duarte?
months.
Duarte.
Are we here though? Is there anything? I mean, that's got to be it.
You could
let's go
wash
with it.
clothes with
Well,
how
what is
wrinkled
it?
my
What-
brain is right now. You could zest lemons.
Okay.
What proof do you have to suggest in any way that a time device was employed to create the gunshot sound?
Okay.
But the one of the top of one of the candles
Yeah.
appears to have been
Blown off.
But what's weird about it is
Right.
that it should be the same length as the other candles, unless the other candles went.
No,
they
it
kept
still blew the
burning.
wick off. The thing is, the explosion was big, so it went boom and blew that wick off.
But then the other two were okay.
The other
Yeah.
two were fine.
Okay. But we're saying that it went off at 5 p.m. though, and they came in right after that. You know.
Yeah. But
so
it was
that's the weird part about it.
But it wasn't dark, actually. The board was in the way, then the board fell, revealed everything. That's why it was bright.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna send it because I don't know anything else.
Take that!
Yeah, there it is. As the court has already discussed, the tip of one of the candles in this candelabrum has been blown off.
Indeed, because it was struck by the bullet, which presumably passed through the victim.
I don't think that's possible, my lord,
Not possible? Why?
because of the scorching. There are gunpowder scorch marks clearly visible on the broken candle.
There are. Oh, goodness, yes, there they are. But is it not the case that there was also scorching on the victim around the bullet entry wound?
Irrelevant. Irrelevant!
That's right, there was. But as we heard earlier, scorching like that only occurs when the target is at very close range. A matter of centimeters from the gun. Shoot someone, looks to candle, you've seen too much.
The candle from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
No, he's not the. He was
Be my guest! Be my guest! Please don't shoot me, shoot the rest. I am running, but I'm small and my legs you will be tested.
Lumiere just dead. They had a
Lumiere.
small little chalk outline of him as well.
Nice. Oh, sorry, wrong one.
English speakers tend to put emphasis on the first and second syllable on 4-syllable words, but Japanese has a pattern of down, up, down, 2/.
Sorry, I gotta go for the first one. My bad. Thank you, Catherine.
Okay, since Nyani brought it up,
Right,
did you
right.
know the reason English speakers suck at Japanese pronunciation is BC of where we place emphasis?
I believe it's
1/.
emphasis.
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 Once you have an up-down sequence in Japanese, the emphasis stays down. This is why in P5 they say takamaki instead of takamaki 3/.
Oh.
Yeah, Takamaki.
Takamaki?
Takamaki.
That's so interesting.
That's a rhythmic thing. But yeah, thank you, Catherine. Yeah, language is interesting.
I wish I could speak a language.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks, Catherine!
Thanks. Scorching like that only occurs when the target is at very close range, a matter of centimeters from the gun. Oh! Which means that the scorching on the candle can't possibly be the result of a gunshot.
You're suggesting it came from the fireworks.
What can that be, eh? Whoa! Eh? He's Canadian now. There you go.
Eh, just make him Canadian.
What you talking about?
Hey.
I think I could do a Canadian accent. Jeez. The fact that there's such visible scorching on the candle suggests that the fireworks must have been right next to it when they exploded. Or put in another way, the candle and firecracker were joined together.
In holy matrimony. Oh, goodness. Not what I was expecting, but...
That would for sure blow up the other candle.
Don't worry about it. Okay, wait. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, perfect. The culprit somehow attached the fireworks at a point partway down the candle. After the killer had left the scene, the candle slowly burned down along with the other two. Until eventually, it ignited the fuse of the firecrackers, generating a loud...
Baby, you're a firework.
And that is how these three witnesses came to believe they'd heard a gunshot at 5 o'clock.
Wow. What a plot. And this implies that the victim could have died earlier than we've been led to believe. The previous day, even.
No, just hold your horses. All us law here saw the victim go into the building, remember?
Oh.
I couldn't forget that flame-colored hair, even if I wanted to.
Oh my god. Oh no, we're good.
The person you saw entering the building wasn't the victim at all.
Oh no.
Consider this. Ooh! Obviously, anybody can wear a wig. So the person that these witnesses saw entering the building 15 minutes before the incident occurred could easily have been someone else entirely, wearing the red hairpiece.
Someone else? Do you mean to say?
It was the same person who contrived the firecracker trick.
That's tough.
Yeah, there was a lot of sounds there. In other words, Inspector Gregson's killer. Is it?
With 3-syllable
Catherine!
words in Japanese, it's a pattern of either down up up or up up down, not down up down, so it's not Sakura lol.
And
It's not Sakura?
Sakura. Sakura.
Sakura.
That makes sense.
This is my little sister, Sakura.
Getting pretty close to the Konami code at this point.
Oh, we are?
Thanks, Catherine. Music!
Oh, very impressive, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Kazuma?
I'm really quite amazed you've come this far. But after all, wasn't I the one who told you that you had all the makings of a great defense lawyer? I also noted the lack of time of death in this report, a stark omission. But as far as I'm concerned, the whole country's justice system leaves a lot to be desired. That arched back he had, good pose, good posture.
Order! Order! Prosecutor Asogi. What on earth do you mean by that statement?
I hear that many of the leading members in Britain's judiciary are present to observe this trial today. So we cannot allow even the slightest doubt to be overlooked. The defense assertion about the time of death based on the victim's stopped watch is just conjecture.
Oh.
But while the possibility exists that my learned friend may be correct, we have a duty to explore it.
Well, certainly. I would agree with you.
And what immediately comes to mind is, of course, what was Inspector Gregson doing and where did he go the day before the incident?
How do you know?
Oh, yeah.
The inspector always carried out his investigative work alone. His movements were treated as confidential within Scotland Yard.
Even within the yard.
However, considering the evidence we've been presented with so far, I'd say it's fairly apparent what case the man we're pursuing. Wouldn't you, my learned friend?
I do have a feeling about what case he might have been investigating.
Yes, I agree. Surely. My lord, the defense believes it can explain to the court the case that was being investigated by Inspector Gregson at the time of his death.
Very well, counsel. Present your argument to the court. What evidence is suggestive of the case being investigated by the inspector on the day prior to the incident?
The board of Pepe Sylvia.
The wig. The red wig.
The Red-Headed League.
The red-headed
Evil!
Oh, they 3Dified those pins. What a
I
nice-
know, which
what
is
a nice
why
touch.
when it fell on its face, those would all be
Ow.
bent.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
true.
'Cause that's a heavy board, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah. Victims of the Reaper. Yeah, I mean, I guess we gotta go with this, right? That's about it.
Take that!
Oh. I can't say that I find your answer suggestive of anything. Other than perhaps that it is utterly wrong.
Oh, no!
That much you have clarified most expertly.
What? What? Congratulations, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. You deserve a reward for that expert display.
Ah!
Okay, well, I guess it is the red wig.
Did you just draw Karuma on me, my friend?
I think, Mr. Naruhodo, that there's one particular hair piece of evidence that really does stand out in showing what case Inspector Gregson was investigating.
My lord, I have the answer now.
Very well, counsel. Present your argument to the court. What evidence?
Are we sure about that? Are
Yeah.
you sure?
Well,
Are
so
you
this
sure
is where
about that?
maybe not.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna take a
A
look
little
here.
peeky poo. So, but the reason I didn't
Because
think
this
it was
wig doesn't tell me shit, and I don't know what
Oh.
I don't know what there's no case involving the Red-Headed League right now. We did Sholmes just wanted to get in for the money apparently.
Right. But he's a liar.
Because
Oh, no, we got this. Red-Headed League.
but it's not a case though.
This song is very good.
Oh. Was found on the desk at the scene of the crime.
Oh.
In her younger years.
Right. That's right, isn't it?
What evidence on the day prior to the incident? Inspector Gregson's office? Yeah, because that dude was only missing for less than a day, so,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You still want to throw the wig, Nyanny?
Oh.
No?
Oh.
Well, you know,
That's what Tom said, and I was like, sure.
Ah!
I believe this red hairpiece points to the answer. We might assume it was part of a disguise used to carry out an undercover investigation.
Surely not. Such a brightly colored hairpiece would only serve to make the inspector more noticeable.
Yeah, that's quite true. It would definitely have made him stand out in a crowd. Except that is, in a crowd of gentlemen from the Red-Headed League.
The Red-Headed League.
So, you already worked it out.
What on earth is this all about? Is there such an extraordinary league of gentlemen?
The Red-Headed League is currently under investigation for a grand deception.
A deception of what nature, Counsel?
They've been targeting red-headed men across all of London and tricking them out of small sums of money.
Oh.
2 men were arrested for the misdemeanor only yesterday, in fact.
My lord, the defense calls for those 2 men to be summoned at once.
The two redheads.
Inspector Gregson clearly infiltrated the Red-Headed League using this hairpiece. So it's very likely that it had direct contact with these criminals. And it's quite possible that such contact led to more serious events.
I concur that we cannot in good conscience leave this new avenue unexplored.
Well done, Mr. Naruto.
Well, it's another possible line of inquiry for us at least.
Prosecution will make immediate arrangements for the charged men to appear. Bring these 2 Red-Headed League conspirators before me, Prosecutor Asogi.
At once, my lord.
Very good. We will have a 30-minute recess. Court is adjourned.
I like how they can find anyone in like 30 minutes.
Huh.
Well, these 2 are in jail already.
Yes.
Right.
Because maybe someone arrested them earlier in the day in his office
With his glorious blue hair.
with his blue hair.
Hey, what's the result of our poll?
Text.
Wins at 62%.
Text wins, yeah.
Yeah.
What are the rest at?
People are faxing 24% more than calling 14%. So I guess I'm really in the minority here.
Yeah. You and I. Well, who knew?
Yeah, like it's always when I'm like separated from my phone and my watch is like ringing and I'm like, oh, I gotta find my phone, and I'm running and seeing the Clay's call me, and you're like, hey, do we have any ketchup? I'm gonna pick up ketchup. Let me go see.
Yeah, I need to know right there. I'm in the ketchup aisle.
No.
I'm by ketchup.
Okay, bye.
I'm at ketchup. Old Bailey.
Hey, there you are, Odo.
What kept you, my dear fellow?
Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Gina.
You sure about what you said in there? That the boss, you know, actually died the day before? It's pretty hard to swallow. Yes, I was shocked by the revelation too, Gina.
As was I. Possibly more shocked than both of you.
It's not a competition, Mr. Sholmes. But I was more shocked than all of you put together.
So you'll find I was more shocked than everyone in the
I was more
Old
shocked.
Bailey. This autopsy report is in question, is it?
Yes, it's strange that there's no time of death noted.
I bet.
I suppose there's a simple explanation. Or perhaps it was a deliberate omission.
Oh dear. If it was deliberate, It puts me in a mind of the last case we worked on. With Dr. Scythe.
I know. Anyway, it seems that on the day before Lord Von Zeeks discovered his body, Inspector Gregson was investigating the Red-Headed League. So perhaps something happened with them.
When did you discover your body?
What?
When did you discover your body?
Holy shit. It's been there the whole time.
I know, right?
Wow.
I only discovered mine recently, too. I was like, what?
Whoa!
Yeah. It's crazy.
Come to think of it, you had trouble with those League men too, didn't you, Mr. Sholmes? You were taken in by their trick.
No. Naturally, I wasn't taken in, as you put it. My sleuth-hound interest was merely piqued slightly by the rare scent of a weekly £4 income.
And that scent masked the underlying scent of deception, I suppose.
The two criminals in question are the pair we saw being arrested yesterday, aren't they? In Mr. Sholmes' suite, I mean.
That's right, Suze. And it was me who took him in. Thanks to a tip-off by a good law-abiding citizen. Indeed. Yours truly. Yes.
So it's going to be that pair in the witness stand next, is it? Something doesn't quite make sense to me, though. The day before Inspector Gregson was found, you hadn't had trouble with the Red-Headed League yet, had you? Why would the inspector have been investigating them?
Well, the likely explanation would be that Gregson's own sleuth-hound interest was piqued by the rare scent of a weekly £4 income.
Don't tar him with the same brush as you, Sholmes.
Sorry, my bad. I punched it.
Frickin' Suzu!
Thank you for the glory in NyanCave.
47 months! If you want yours updated, you just send me a DM, baby.
Baby. I'm so glad that we were able to help you just I don't even want to say it. There it is, though.
There it is!
Also, I don't
It's
mean
been
to
there the whole
scare
time.
everyone, but there might be a skeleton inside of you.
No.
I know.
In Spooky Month, you'd say something like that?
I know.
I don't know about that.
I have to check, though. Yes, well... Then there's the whole issue of Inspector Gregson being investigated by Lord Von Zeeks for some reason.
The Reaper, the Red-Headed League, Inspector Gregson, Lord Von Zeeks.
And Kazuma. Large fries, chocolate chip. I feel as though he knew we'd arrive at this point somehow.
Gosh, I think you're right.
What's he really trying to achieve here today?
All the answers will soon be revealed. Observe the time, my dear fellow. This recess will be over very shortly.
Yes, you're right. Kazuma was determined that he should be the one to prosecute this trial. And he was determined that I should take the defense. Just what is it he's hoping to make me see, I wonder?
I think your desk's a little higher than it was yesterday.
Is that an issue?
I'm just noticing the lighting on your face is not as good as it was.
Oh.
That's all.
Better?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, also we did dim it for the thing.
I know. I've been trying to get them all back to normal, and it's been a time.
Ooh. I get the feeling we're a long way from the end of this trial yet. Are you ready then, Mr. Sato?
Yes!
Bless you.
You've been blessed.
Thank you.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again. We resume the closed court hearing of Brock Von Zeeks, here present who stands accused of murder. Now then, Prosecutor Asogi.
My lord.
Have you summoned the witnesses as requested?
Yes, the 2 members of the Red-Headed League who planned and carried out the deception. They arrived not long ago from the local prison by police carriage.
Think they're brothers. Think they're skulking
Brothers?
around.
Bailiff, usher the 2 men into the courtroom.
Oh. Unless... Of course it's
Yeah.
Italiano and French.
These 2 men are currently being held by the police on suspicion of attempted extortion. You may omit your occupations, but state your names now for the court.
Je suis Fabien de Rousseau,
Oh, yes.
a descendant of the great de Rousseau family from Nice.
From Nice.
From Nice!
Nice.
Nice.
Maybe I am from Nice!
From 69 on France.
Oh, God. I was this child, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
so,
Is this a child or just a small man?
Yes.
And my name is Peppino de Rossi.
Just remember, swing your lips from side to side.
I am the 3rd son of the great familia de Rossi, the landowners from Napoli. The 2 men first became acquainted at a boarding school for European nobility.
Those who graduate from THURS are the future leaders of Europe. Mais, do you have any idea how boring it is to be born with the noble blood? Alors, I make it my mission to get the better of the world by employing the little gray cells of my brain. That is all I'm trying to do, huh?
Why don't I just move your pop filter a little bit away from your mic? We're getting some punches. So, that's the only reason for this whole grand deception you've been carrying out?
Boredom.
Oui. You could say that.
Not bad, eh? That's not his voice. He has the grand ideals, but he petted the petty plans. A strange combination. He's the charm of the hilarious brother.
Hilarious.
I like how the first 2 looked like Mario and Luigi, but these are Mario and Luigi.
Mario.
Little Mario, it's me, Mario.
The other 2 were Wario and Waluigi.
Ah.
And these ones are Mario and Luigi.
And Luigi. Both criminals.
Si capo, si capo.
Listen to me, Pino.
I have 2 things to say to you.
Eh, Che? Are you about to tell me one of your grandi antidotes? Evviva! Woo!
Firstly, I want you to stop calling me this capo. And second, we are not the airless brothers. This is serious business.
Che bello! There it is, the capo trump card, the furrowed brow. He's so mad. It is deep, eh, capo? The furrowed brow, the meaning of your words.
Court has been led to believe that under the banner of the Red-Headed League, you have conspired to swindle money from unsuspecting members of the public. Is this true?
Oui, c'est ça.
And what exactly was the nature of this deception by which you planned to defraud?
Alors, I will explain it.
No, capo. Leave it to me. De Rossi. As you see, we both have the vivid red hair, no? At school, we were teased for this without a pity. The capo here, he was many times behind the schoolhouse, crying like the Trevi fountain. Way, those dogs! One day the world will respect us redheads. Every night he would bury his head in a pillow, and he would cry.
C'est bien, Peppino.
And pee.
Enough. I will explain the rest. The first step was the newspaper advertisement.
You were made fun of for being redheaded.
Oui.
So you defrauded redheads?
Yes, started a league of redheaded people to defraud other redheaded people who also had it bad, but not as bad as you, poor rich boy, going to a private school and being rich.
Life is so hard. Boo-hoo.
It's just an odd path to revenge. I'm excited to hear how this pans out.
DeRossi, what is
No.
your spaghetti policy here?
Only a known as a spaghetti.
This
No,
is
thank you.
Thank you.
No.
about 1 week before the plan was put into operation. We listed the same notice in every paper in London.
Yes, we saw that notice. It was this one, I believe, entitled "To the Red-Headed League."
Oui, c'est ça. I am honored that you have seen it.
Nice. It states that the only condition for joining the league is having flame-colored hair, and that if you satisfy the interview panel and are admitted into the league, you could receive a weekly income of £4.
On the date specified, red-headed hopefuls gathered in droves in at a park specified in the advertisement. And from each person present, this pair took an application fee of 5 shillings.
And with the money to France. It was the plan most elegant, no?
No, it was most dishonorable. But to be frank, I'm stunned anybody was foolish enough to be taken in by such an obvious trick.
The park was described by one witness as chocked full with red-headed folk like a coaster's orange barrow. Costers.
And on the day which all these men gathered to apply was the day before the victim was discovered. Crucially, these 2 men spoke face to face with every single person present that day.
Oui. I have seen more red-headed people in one day than I see for the rest of my life.
Look at how excited he is over there.
He's just happy to be here.
See. And now, every time I see the couple's hair, I feel sick to my stomach. Blag.
Anyway, why have we been summoned here today?
Sorry?
The date for our trial was not until tomorrow, I was told.
Naturally, neither of these men have been told any details about this trial. They've only been shown this photograph.
And
Stop
for
laughing.
the record, I did not laugh.
So it's just like, they told them nothing, but we've showed them a picture of a dead guy in a wig. What do you think of that? Eh?
What do you think of my badge?
Very good.
Huh.
So, Mr. De Rosso and Mr. De Rossi, you will now give your formal testimony to the court.
Yeah?
Their last names were so similar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Durossi.
On the subject of the gentleman pictured in this photograph.
Of course, we are always ready to help with the law.
When we are not breaking it. Breaking's a law.
We had more than 1,000 red-headed people assembled in the park along streets that day.
But I don't recall the man in this photograph. Hey, Capo?
No, I don't remember him. Obviously, he is dead now, but I assure you, he was not in the park.
Allora, this victim has nothing to do with us.
You have a lot to answer for, Pepino. It is your fault that we got caught in the first place.
You've given sworn testimony that this man in the photograph was not present. Can you be certain?
Oui. I am quite certain. We did not interview this man.
No one look like this came into the park. This I can promise.
I really want some spaghetti now.
It must be noted that you have been arrested for a grand deception, however. Accordingly, this court has very little confidence in your assurances.
Hey. Uffa! With this attitude, we get nowhere, huh?
He's really a sulkin now.
This confidential document was obtained directly from Scotland Yard. It records an entry from the inspector's private diary dated before the day of the incident. It reads, Lime Street, Red-Headed League, undercover.
Ah! I haven't the answer. And maybe there was a similar event at the park on the day in question, eh?
That is ridiculous.
There's no question that Inspector Gregson was investigating the Red-Headed League, which means it's quite possible that's when he was killed.
Oh no.
Very well. The defense may proceed with the cross-examination now.
Yes, my lord.
I think cases 4 and 5 GA82 have some of the best writing and musical scores of the franchise. Also, I find it so weird these two are 25 and 26 years old.
They get ID'd wherever they go.
Yeah. I don't really give much weight to like the
Ace Attorney
the-
ages.
Well, the age of fictional characters, because you could be like, nah, he's 48. That one there, 87. Yeah.
The one on the left, 2
3.
years old.
Yeah, 2 years old. And a prosecutor.
And a prosecutor.
Amazing. You know? It's just like, I don't really think realism is a priority here. Especially when it comes to this.
1,000 people. Wow.
Sorry,
But yeah.
that reminded me of Tak
Wow.
Fuji so much. I love Tak Fuji. In 99 nights, you could have 1 million troops.
Oh.
1
Wow.
million troops. Wow. I love Tak Fuji.
Jackie, thank you. And the music is really good. That
Yeah.
Asogi updated theme.
Asogi theme is
Probably one of my favorites.
It's
It's so
life.
good.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Hold it!
Excuse you, he's 4.
1,000 people? That's a very big crowd.
Wow.
It was quite a spectacle. Redhead had come from all over the capital.
Oh yeah, what do you think about that? Mr. De Rossi, do you have something to say?
Kid? A what?
You looked as though you were thinking of something whilst eating a mouthful of pasta.
Oh, see, I was thinking. Perhaps my hair is a color this color because I eat too much bolognese sauce, eh? Eh?
No comment.
Eh? But I don't recall the man in this photograph, eh, Capo? Hold it!
1,000 people. Wow. Wow. That's a very big crowd.
Spectacle, redheads all over the capital.
See, the Capo here, he is a magnetismo animale, eh?
He has a magnum animal.
Nobody else could attract so many people. If I could be born again, I would be the Capo.
Oh.
No.
He is so tall and so handsome.
Oh. All those people wanted was the money, Peppino. The £4 per week.
Are you suggesting that you spoke personally with all the 1,000 applicants?
Oui, that we did, because every one of them paid us 5 shillings.
We take their names, we take their money, and we take their address as well. And then I tell them we take some days to let them know by a post, and finito. Maybe a 2-minute person. We start early in the morning and we stop late in the night.
So, you earned 5,000 shillings in one day? That's a small fortune.
Who'd have thought there were 1,000 such gullible redheads in London to start with?
How many shillings is in a pound?
21.
21. Got him.
One of whom was a great detective with chemically altered hair.
But I don't recall the man in this photograph, eh, Capo?
Hold it! He doesn't look at all familiar.
No, I don't think so. And this was a wig, eh? He was trying to trick us. I do not like these people who are trying to trick the other people. I do not like them.
Says the con artist.
If between them they interviewed 1,000 people with red hair, it would be unreasonable to expect them to remember every face.
Apparently Google says 20 shillings to a pound.
I was close.
You were very close. No, signore. I may be small.
But my memory is very large. I never forget a thing. In my opinion, I do not think this man was in the park.
But he's not going to give the court a definite, it seems.
Hey, Capo, you didn't see a man like this, eh?
The way they look at each other. This is so nice.
Get you someone who looks at you like Darasi looks at Darasa. Oh, where you going?
Heyo!
No, I don't remember him, and obviously he is dead now, but I assure you he was not at the park.
POV. I'm delivering profound advice. That's for you 90s sitcomers out there.
Hold it! Oh, wow, that was a reference to Home Improvement where you were being Wilson.
Yes.
Dang!
Wow.
I have to go to the bathroom after that one. Bye.
Wow.
Good luck. I love you.
Good luck to you, Firecrapper.
Firecrabber! Fire the crabber!
But according to what you've said, you spoke with 1,000 or more people that day.
Please, it's true. My house are burning by the end of the day.
Surely then, you can't actually remember every single face. How are you so certain that this particular man wasn't present?
Hold on.
Yahoo!
Oh, yeah.
Normally, the red hair is very distinctive, eh?
Excuse me. Mr. DeRosso, is something wrong?
I was just considering something.
About the testimony. Did something that was said jar with you?
No, I was considering my next cunning plan.
Fantastico, Capo. The hairless brothers are gonna make a back in action, eh?
I think my next enterprise will be an exclusive club called the Terride League.
Kindly discuss your upcoming criminal activities once you're back in your cell.
Hello!
Hold it! Normally, the red hair is very distinctive, eh?
But not when you have 1,000 redheads crowding around. Then it's just an eyesore. What if there was some information you could give us? Maybe we could recall.
That is not the line, Peppino. Remember, we do not remember him. We are sure of that fact, huh? If there were a man with a red hairpiece, but his mustache did not match the color, then I do not think we would have gotten him.
Also, it's a little upsetting that everyone gets my impression wrong. It's not Arnold.
No.
It's,
That famous guy from Simpsons.
thank you. You got it, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Brock?
No, it wasn't Brock.
Can't
Couldn't
remember.
have been Brock.
I don't know, Brock. But, yeah,
Up and at them. Up and at them.
no, Up and Adam.
Up and at them. The goggles. They do nothing.
Kazuma said that these two had only been shown a photograph and they told us nothing else at all.
Wolf Castle.
Oh, really? Wolf Castle.
Yeah. Well, it's his first name, though.
Wolf Castle. But what if I fed them just one other detail about the victim? For example, his fish and chips for sure.
Rainier Wolf Castle.
Remia.
Remia Wolf Castle.
I can certainly appreciate that just knowing the man had red hair wouldn't help you remember his situation. But what if I told you that the man was also munching on a packet of fish and chips? Do you remember a man who was eating incessantly?
Not really. I was looking only at the heads of the applicants. I wouldn't have noticed the fish and chips any more than the caviar and smoked salmon.
Oh, that's spaghetti. Me, I love spaghetti.
Really? I had no idea.
Tell them again what you said before, Peppino.
See, Capo, see. I say it again and again. Ow! Laura! The victim is nothing to us. I will crush his skull.
Hold it! But we only have your word for that.
See? But what else can we do, huh?
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Thank you.
hi,
Oh, hi.
Nyanny.
I wasn't doing anything weird.
No, it's been fine since you've been gone, for
Yeah.
sure. There's been no problem. No.
Everything sounds better than fine.
True.
Oofa.
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 We are not having much fun these days. First we were arrested, then we are shown the horrible picture of dead men. Dead men. I'm getting Russian too. And now you question every single thing we say. We are the victims here. Eh, Capo?
No. You were caught carrying out a plot to swindle hundreds of innocent people.
Rumpf. You had that bring it up, eh? It's not fair. Hey, Capo?
You have a lot to answer for, Peppino. It is your fault that we got caught in the first place.
What do you mean by that?
Cavallo, you promised not to say, eh, Capo?
After we had taken the money that day, we should have left the country. That was the plan. I left the purchasing of the tickets to the ferry to Dunkirk to my companion here. But he bought them for the wrong day.
Oops.
See, but it's an easy mistake to make, eh? The first at 31st.
But I have no sympathy for you. We are an all day late for the boat because of your stupidity. And it's only because of this that the so-called great red-headed detective caught us.
Capo, you know what I think? This is the work of a god. It's a holy punishment, eh?
Peppino, for the last time. This is not only punishment. This is only your fault.
Can you give me a Peppino? You idiot.
Peppino, you idiot.
Oh, hey, Red. Oh.
Don't blame God for your unholy mistake. You are making me sick with anger.
Yeah, I will voice him like Italian Stimpy.
Perfect.
Oh, maybe I make a mistake, but when the time comes to eat the pasta, no one is a pasta.
And I've seen the evidence.
No one eat the pasta faster.
They haven't told us much we didn't already know.
What do you think, Mr. Naruto?
Well, if it was in the inspector's diary, it seems likely that he must have gone to Lime Street that day.
Unless he was dead.
And yet these two both claim they didn't see him.
I have to say, you don't appear to be telling lies.
No, Papa. Well, they are experts in deception, don't forget. Sounding plausible is their specialty.
Sorry, experts in deception. I just Peppino munching on pasta. His eyes are facing two opposite directions.
And a master of disguise. They may have been lying simply to avoid being implicated in this case as well.
Surely if they were truly experts in deception, they wouldn't have been caught.
Well, yes, you do have a point there. It seems to me like we need more information.
Definitely.
So there was one thing here where we gave them an extra detail about Gregson.
Uh-huh.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that they could identify him, and I thought for sure the fish and chips, but apparently they just didn't notice that. So his huge bone.
His huge bone.
Probably the name.
Yeah, his name.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I can certainly appreciate that just knowing the man had red hair wouldn't help you remember this in this situation. But what if I told you that the man's name was Gregson?
The man in the photograph is Monsieur Gregson.
Yes.
Names? They're boring. I did not listen to any of them.
Oh,
It was not a real interview, eh? It was just for show. Why would I remember the names?
That's right, this changes nothing. The man in the photograph is not there.
Didn't
as
they
we
say
have
they
said.
wrote down all the names
I
and
see.
addresses?
yeah, they did.
It seems there is little to be gained from pursuing this point further.
Tell them again what you told them before, Peppino.
See, Ren? See, I will do what I said before.
Again and again.
Whippy! Yippa!
So his profession?
Yeah, whatever.
Because what is he gonna do? Like, hi, I'm an investigator.
I am a pole dancer. Dancing for money. Do what they want me to do.
I can certainly appreciate that just knowing the man had red hair wouldn't help you in this situation. But what if I told you that the man in the red hairpiece was actually a detective?
The man, the photograph, a detective.
Yes.
It would appear that he found your notice in the paper suspicious and decided to investigate incognito.
I have done this. Sorry, but this changes nothing.
Oh.
Excuse me. What?
Something to add, Mr. De Rossi?
Okay? See, I'm always adding something of Parmesan, olive oil, pepper.
What I mean is, did you not agree with your friend's last remark by any chance?
What did I say about the detective?
Yes, that.
Keep your mouth shut up, Peppino. You have nothing. You have said enough already.
But why, Capo? What is the problem? There was a man who said, I am an inspector from Scotland Yard.
What?
Good lord!
Oh, he's a little one, isn't he?
Order! Order! Explain this volte-face in your testimony, witness.
What the hell is that?
Exorbelen is a volte-face.
Maybe like a change in face, like a.
Oh, sorry, that.
It was a symbol, a vegetable. A man who was at the park said to us that he was an inspector.
There is no such man anywhere.
My die, what are you saying, Capo? Have you forgotten, eh?
I have forgot nothing. Everybody like this came to the park. Nobody.
Basta! Capo, basta! You beat me at many things, but two. The memory and the meals. Like I said, when it's time to eat the pasta, no one is faster.
They're the brothers!
Swing your arms from side to side. Everybody look, it's me and my brother.
But you are inferior to me in every other way, so shut up.
So cute.
You think that, but I only have one leg.
He does not get hints.
Trop tard. The damage is done.
Indeed it is, sir.
There was a man who came to the park and he said he was an inspector from Scotland Yard.
Hello, I'm an undercover inspector from Scotland Yard.
Really? 5 shilling. However, he looked nothing like the man in the photograph. He was someone else.
How can you be so sure?
Because to start with, his face is completely different.
See, it's true. The man who came through was a younger. His face was a clean shaven, his eyes were sadder, his chin was thinner.
No resemblance whatsoever, then.
Anyway, I was not going to be fooled. I took the obvious precaution and said to him, if you are really a detective, show us proof.
Oh, sorry. Are they describing Sholmes?
Sounds like
See, his face was clean shaven, his eyes were sad, his chin was thin.
Thin chin. Sholmes, that's what they call him.
Who's clean shaven and's got the sad eyes? Wait, Go over. The other over to the other page.
Oh!
Also, why we have a color portrait of him now?
He's so sad.
Well, I thought his hair was red, remember?
Right? I know. I was thinking too. Maybe because you said it. I don't know. But because we'd only ever seen him in black and white. So fucking smug.
She is so smug. She laughs like nice to see. I see the couple here. He doesn't take no nonsense, eh? I feel kind of like Watto. Sebulba.
Sebulba
He always wins. Yes, Deroso, yeah. He takes no bullshit from no one.
That's
I
cool.
don't know what it is about that voice. I always fall into it somehow.
Yes.
I think playing Star Wars Pod Racer definitely does it.
Oh yeah, that'll be.
Sebulba, he always wins. Ah, but he was well prepared. He said he had identification.
Identification? You mean official police inspector's identification?
That is most unconvincing.
Sorry, my lord?
Counsel, no incognito inspector would offer his identification for inspection. It's quite out of the question.
Definitely. Why would he expose his true identity?
Clearly, the papers were fake.
Sitto, capo! You are a genius. As we say in Italia, it takes a thief to recognize another. Hey.
That's so great, though. I'm an inspector. These papers are fake. You're not an inspector. You're right. Actually, an inspector, though. Fucking got him.
Oh, the double cross! Big brain. 6D chess.
And what happened after he announced that he was a detective?
He became very annoying. He said, you are under investigation. So I took his paper from him and I chased him out of the park.
It was a fantastico, and look, here is his identification.
Oh!
So you stole it from the man. He had it coming. He made us very scared. But he was not who he said he was.
Oh god, it's gonna be Gregson, isn't it?
Indeed, the person described does not appear to have behaved as a true inspector would. However, I believe it would be prudent for these identification papers to be entered into evidence.
But I like them. Okay. I can just imagine, like, based on what this little friend looks like,
He's like something like this, and he's like, "You're under investigation. Excuse me, I'm an investigator. I'm an investor from Scotland Yard. Excuse me, you're under investigation."
and they're like, "Get out of here! You're very, very annoying, very small, very sad eyes."
But I'm an inspector.
Now, let us return to the witness's testimony.
Yahoo! Yippee! Wahoo!
Metropolitan Police warrant card. This warrants further inspection. Well, I suppose we should see what this inspector's identification looks like inside.
Ooh.
Oh.
997.
Yes, it definitely looks fake, doesn't it?
Out of interest, what name is given?
Probably just something plucked out of the air. It's Tobias Gregson.
Wow. What are the odds?
Wait, what?
This Scotland Yard insignia looks genuine to me.
But how?
And the department and identification number details are all correct as well.
Wait, how do you know that?
Internet?
Yeah, since when have you known those? Do you mean to say?
I know it seems incredible, but yes. I think this is a genuine identification book issued by Scotland Yard.
But that's unbelievable. This is the real thing after all.
Why would they think it was fake?
I mean, I guess they. I don't know. You know, it's that thing where like,
When
you
someone's
see something
being
for the first
sussy?
time. Yeah.
They're like, "Hi, I'm from the FBI, and you're under investigation."
Yeah.
And you're like, "No, you're not."
When everyone was coming of age, every now and again, we heard stories of people with real IDs who had really turned 19 recently, and they were rejected for having fake IDs.
I was rejected from buying a scratch ticket on the day I turned 19.
Yeah, there you go. See?
I was so upset because all I wanted to do was buy a scratch ticket. I was so excited. I walked up to the gas station and I was like,
One scratch ticket, please. Here's my ID. I turned 19 today.
and she's like, it's for people who are over 19. And I was like, okay. And I never went back there because I was too embarrassed.
Yeah, meanwhile, the lady's like, nice try, government inspector. Better luck next time. Hold it! But we only have your word for that.
See, but what else can we do, eh?
True.
Oh, we are not having a much of fun
Oh, shoot.
these days.
It went back to this one. My bad. Wow, that was a huge tangent that spun off of that one. Hold it! We have a lot to answer for, Pepino. What do you mean by that?
Cavollo, you promised not to say, eh, capo?
Oh, we went through these too. Oh, my.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
wow.
time
We
to-
done it.
It's time to throw
Oh.
some stuff.
Throw
throw
some.
the book at them?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know why it
Telling
threw us out
lies
there.
is papa. Boom, 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 boom.
Found redheads. Don't recall the man.
I don't remember him. He's dead. I'm sure he was not in the park. If he
Oh,
wasn't in the
Park,
park,
then how
why
did his
do you have-
ID get
Yeah.
here? Yeah, right? Let's go for it.
Objection.
Nailed it.
Oh.
Ah,
Haha.
5,000 shillings tilde 1,900 equals 30k 35k Canadian dollars.
Wow. Unrelated, but we're doing a big meetup.
Yeah.
Interviews. Oh, wait. That is kind of like what happens at Comic-Con or whatever.
yes, it is.
Yeah. I could have spent, what was it? How much was it? I don't know. It was all over the place.
Oh, depending on who.
I think, is it Jason Momoa?
Oh yeah,
I
Jason.
think he was
Momoa.
one of the most expensive.
Yeah, like 100 and something
like
bucks.
that. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
How much on Cameo, though?
Oh.
One time I got refused service for buying a copy of Halo Reach because you need to be over 16.
Rip.
Ultimate Gamer, when I worked at the EB Games, there was this one kid who looked really young, but he was like 18, 19.
Mhm.
And he always would get so mad when we asked him for his ID.
Oh, God!
that I remembered his face. And I'm like, this guy's 19! Whenever-
Everyone!
and he's like, thanks. He really appreciated it. It was really fun.
I wonder if I could ask you to examine this identification book very closely. Miss Lestrade.
Why Miss Lestrade?
What is your intention here, Council?
Is this really a fake? Or is it genuine? That's the question. Which we can't answer ourselves. Hi.
Can't we?
Don't be ridiculous. No Scotland Yard detective would allow his or her identification to be stolen.
Hold it! That is the boss's. No question about it.
It can't be!
As I suspected. The undercover detective who attended the Red-Headed League's enrollment on the day in question was the real Inspector Gregson, carrying out an incognito investigation. Zita!
Order!
But if the boss has had his identification stolen, he would have reported it straight away. I mean, he was always on at me about it. If you lose something, report it once, he say.
Could it be then?
That the inspector was physically unable to report it?
Physically, what are you saying? Unable to. You're not suggesting.
Oh, yeah. Yes. It's quite possible that he was killed before he had the chance to report his identification stolen.
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
Okay.
No!
Yes!
No! Wait a second!
Rabbit season!
Ah!
Order!
The defense posits that the victim was killed the day before his body was discovered at a different location. Do you two have anything to say about that?
I know nothing. I don't done nothing.
Oh, wow, hi.
Pull yourself together, Pepino! Mon Dieu! You can behave a little more like a master criminal than that.
And I wish I had returned to Italia.
Now cry so hard you vomit.
Stop crying so hard that you vomit, Pepino, please. Otherwise,
Spaghetti. Lum, stop your whining and start talking.
Well, I believe the court will need to hear your.
I don't know nothing.
But you will tell us everything, or face the worst possible outcome.
Oh, they take his spaghetti.
You will dry your eyes and testify again about these identification papers and the precise circumstances under which you came by them.
Crying out loud.
literally.
Oh my god.
Ce truc est tout qui me pèse l'air et qui est impossible to secret out. Even so, we didn't think he was a real detective. I was too scared to let him go, so they just didn't care.
We took the man's identification from him and shut him in a room next to us.
There might have been a little tussle, but we did him no harm, and the next morning
He spent the night in a nicer room. It was nothing like a prison, really.
This is outrageous. You imprisoned the man.
But no, no. It was not like a prison. It was like a forced vacation into one room. He was very comfortable and calm and happy.
That does not make it okay.
Hey, Capo.
It was never part of the plan, I swear it.
Oof! So you think it was my fault, eh? Just because I got the dates for the ferry wrong. Well, it one little day, just one.
I do not think it was your fault, Peppino. I know it.
No, per favore, Capo. It is not fair.
You shall have plenty of time for squabbling back at the prison, gentlemen.
I can't believe this. How could I have been a real detective?
Counsel for the defense, proceed with the cross-examination.
So, on the day before the incident, Gregson spent the night confined at this pair's hideout.
That ain't it, dog. That ain't it.
That's not it.
Ce truc est présenté.
Hold it! Do you realize what you're saying?
You have to believe I never intended for that to happen.
I'm so sorry. I just... it'll probably be the same. I'm just gonna let it go. Because I'm like, does he have a new crying thing when you bug him? Or does he just stop crying and start eating spaghetti again? Like, wow, what's going on?
Stop, cry, eat spaghetti.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that the detective did not intend it either.
Do you think?
But there was nothing else I could do.
See, nothing else. This was the first crime for the capo. He was at the end of his wits.
I have told you before, Pino, that is not the way to describe a criminal mastermind.
What about this hideout of yours?
An old empty house behind the park on Lime Street.
We rented the place for 2 days. It was an inspired idea by the capo here.
An impulsive idea, I would say.
No, not impulsive. Inspired. I don't know, I am French.
What am I supposed to say to that pillow?
And it was in the house described that you can find Inspector Gregson, was it?
Wait. But you have to remember, I was under the impression that it was a pretender, not a real inspector.
That doesn't quite add up, though. If you didn't think the man was a real inspector, there would have been no reason to take him prisoner, would there?
You are right, but we couldn't be completely certain. Even so, we didn't think he was real. Hold it!
Too scared? Why?
Because what had he come to the park we didn't know? There was a chance that he had seen through our plan.
And if it wasn't the case, he would have wanted to go straight to police station and blow the whistle on us. Even if it was just a feigning to be an inspector, he was up to no good, eh? Without a doubt.
I think most people would agree that it's you two who are up to no good.
Well, see, you may be right, Capo?
The point is that we are not able to escape from England immediately. That is why we had no choice but to take the man prisoner.
What I don't understand is why the inspector felt the need to show you his identification in the first place.
You don't listen to my investigation. You see, I ask myself the same question.
We were writing down the names and addresses of all the people who we had took 5 shillings from that day. I have forgotten what his name said, but the address, it startled me.
I see. Address Scotland Yard, Homicide Division, he said.
That's good.
Hello, yes, my name is Mr. Teacher. I live at the middle school. I would like 4 weeds and an alcohol, please.
Vincent Adultman, is that you?
Yes, it is. I am a teacher. I live at the school.
Wow. A detective now, doing so well for
That is
yourself.
correct.
Yeah.
I am buying these weeds, ironically, for detectives' work.
What?
He probably didn't like your face, Peppino.
Oh!
How could you not like that squish your face? You just want to give. Oh my God, he's got a neck thing going on too.
Oh, wow.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Wow! Nice catch there.
Huh.
That's the weirdest hickey I've ever seen.
No, I thought you were
Yeah.
going to say that he got them big, thick cheeks.
Anyway, I was not something, and that's where we started with the inspector. Not long afterward, he took out his identification.
What was Inspector Gregson playing at?
Tell the court what happened next. You took him back to your hideout, you say?
You see, we did.
Yeah, I thought it was just like...
I thought it was shading as well.
Yeah.
He took the man's identification from him and shut him in a room next to ours.
That being this identification book here, correct?
I see. That is the one.
What made you believe that it was a forgery?
I never seen a real one, of course. But he was so suspicious, this man. Lord, I was thinking it must be false, Capo.
It is just that, as Peppino said, we were convinced it was not genuine.
And so together, the hilarious brothers, we took the main captive. For fun. I mean, and not for fun. He was fun. He was having a fun.
All we did was shove him in the lock room.
It's his fault he couldn't get out, really, yeah.
Then we made preparations to transport all of the money.
I just imagine they're the worst captors ever. It's like a bottom floor apartment building. They put him in the room, don't lock the window. They're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? We just kidnapped this man. Oh shit, do we have to kill him? I don't think we should kill him, man. What if we just let him go tomorrow? Yeah, let's just let him go tomorrow.
What you're describing rings a bell from something I've
I know.
seen, and
Is it Always Sunny?
maybe, I don't know.
Oh no, it was the End of the World movie
Uh-huh.
where
Jonah Hill?
with Jonah Hill
Uh-huh.
and
Michael Cera?
Michael Cera and Canadian Jay, and Hermione comes, and they're like, we can't, like, don't do anything sexual with her. And she's like, I hear you talking about doing things sexually with me. I'm gonna take this axe and I'm gonna go. And they're like, no.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Yeah.
She's like, what if we have to repopulate? I can't remember.
God.
Something like that.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
I think they made a gag like that, yeah.
Oh, little turtle, we had him arms him next morning and let him go.
Hold it!
The health inspector from SpongeBob?
Oh.
That could be one too.
What do you mean by a little tussle exactly?
Buff, it was nothing, just a minor incident.
The false inspector, he was a real piece of the work, eh, capo?
What happened?
I stabbed him with my fork. Oh, he was a disaster. We give him a nice room, and what does he do? In the middle of the night, he tries to escape through the ventilator.
Can you blame him?
We chased him, bien sûr, and we caught him again.
Can you blame her?
Yes.
Yes. Wait! You didn't! Shoot the man in your haste, did you?
Do you see who we are? Of course not. I simply caught hold of him and again took him back to the room.
His voice is so much higher than I... His voice is up here.
Excuse me.
He vented. Sus.
Sus. Sussy bussy.
Mr. DeRossi, is something wrong?
Eh? Me?
Something Mr. DeRosso just said seemed to make you, well, it seemed to make you act even more strangely than usual. What was that all about? All of that?
Cavolo, at the times like this, you don't want to have the capo after you, believe me. And I speak from a personal experience.
Personal experience, you mean?
That is enough, Peppino. There is no need to say more.
The truth is, the night before when we put the Red-Headed League into plan into action, I was scared. It was not fair to Capo, but I tried to run away.
It's a shame you didn't manage it.
But the Capo here, he came after me like a turbine, eh? He dragged me back to the house, kicking and screaming. I still have the bruises to prove it, eh, Capo?
Bruises, you say?
You want to see? You want to see my fantastic bruises?
Okay, hey, don't yuck yums, you know. That's enough now, Peppino. No one wants to see any part of you.
Oh, hey! Whoa!
What did you do? I show you or I don't. I show you. I don't.
How did we get here?
You do now!
Wow.
Laura, well, if everybody wants to see it, then I do it.
What an exhibition.
Echo, you see, it is very visible.
That red ring around your neck.
I will never play 360 games again.
Nice. You got that when you were dragged back to the house.
See, the capo sometimes he very rough.
I said that's enough.
It's okay, I like it.
Peppino's neck is nothing to do with what we are talking about here. You have my word.
So, the guy with the big lip. Big lip? Maybe he was punched in the face. Did they punch him in the face?
You got that ring, though.
Oh shit, he looks so much like the guy. if he was punched in the face.
Oh.
Do you think they Harry Pottered him?
Wow. I mean, it's a bit different because he got like a little bit of a butt chin.
Yeah, you're right.
But the hair is similar.
Yeah. The chin. The chin could be a twin.
But the ears, I don't know, it might be different, but who knows? But yeah, because we were kind of thinking it was him.
Yeah.
But now it seems like it's going to be.
It's gonna be this man.
Yeah.
Yes. What is your opinion, Counsel?
About this red ring around Mr. De Rossi's neck. I wonder, does it matter? It's important.
It's important.
Mr. De Rossi, I'm going to have to ask you to amend your testimony with details about that mark on your neck.
Capo. You see, everyone is interested in what I say. Everybody love me.
Very well. You will amend your testimony as requested, Mr. De Rossi.
See, if you really want to know. Oh, God.
It was not kidnapping, the air conditioner was on, he had water, and they were playing his favorite music.
No.
Zozo!
Hear about the kidnapping? Yeah, he's awake now.
What a sensible
Nice, Suzu.
chuckle. Thank you, Suzu.
Nyani,
Dark.
Herlock doesn't have red hair. We should capture him for science. Clay, for info. Tom, for pleasure. Clay, for pleasure-filled info.
Info science.
Info science.
Thanks, Dark Eye.
Thank you, Dark Eye.
Yes, hello, I am here to submit the form to replace the phrase yes daddy with I capo.
Aye, Cap.
Aye, Capo.
Thanks, Dark Eye. Are you saying that red mark was caused by...
See, the big collar I made from a leather.
a leather collar?
Is this true, Mr. DeRosso?
Oh, we had the St. Bernard at home when I was younger. It is a souvenir from the time with a very strong chain.
A
Oh,
strong chain.
My God.
And you put that around your friend's neck?
I'm sorry. I was so angry that he was leaving me alone.
You did not have to tie the chain at the leg that is at the bed, Dodo, eh? I would not have tried to run again.
How could I be sure?
Inspector walks in. It's not what it looks like.
A woof, a woof. A woof, a woof.
You didn't do that to Inspector Gregson as well, did you?
I treated the people equal, eh? Is the Capo's motto here, eh?
It's starting to sound a lot more like a prison of all of a sudden.
The Capo is a tough,
But the Capo is a rough.
Oh! Aye, Capo.
I shouldn't have done it.
So, the following morning when you released the inspector,
he had a red ring around his neck, just like me.
he's almost like proud of it.
Peppino,
I
s'il
am
vous
so
plaît,
proud of you.
Leave it alone now.
And now you know, the Capo here. You don't want to tangle with him, eh? But for the inspector, he's not so bad.
You could do like a whole meme template with De Rossi,
Yeah.
where it would be like, you know, he's crying or whatever, and it's like, I don't know, the NyanCave streams, and then do the finger pointing, and it's like when Tom's on, and then like the exposed neck when it's just like, I don't know,
When it's like...
when the stream ends.
When the stream ends. More, please, Daddy?
Something like that.
Aye, Capo.
Aye, Capo.
You can do that though, because the whole like just has good energy.
Yeah.
Or better yet, you could do it with like yes daddy and then aye Capo or something.
He spent the night in a nicer room. He does nothing like the prison, really.
I want Drake being like, yes, Daddy.
Oh yeah.
Aye, Capo.
Absolutely. You took away the man's freedom. How comfortable you make it sound. However comfortable you make it sound, you were still holding him prisoner.
If you say that, then I say this. There is something that takes away our freedom too. The lack of money. So we are the prisoners here, well, eh? All of... wait, what? Isn't that guy rich? Isn't that guy like, I'm so noble and life is hard?
So,
See, there you can be trapped by a lack of money, but then also you have so much money that you become trapped by your substantial amount of money.
Oh, the weight of my wallet is making it so difficult not to tie people to
Right?
the bed.
Huh?
No money, no freedom. This is the truth. It makes me mad and it makes me scared. What can we do?
Well,
If you feel so disenfranchised, take money to court. Though it'll cost you, of course.
Oh, and there you have it. You see, that is why we need a red-headed league to fight for his justice. Wahoo!
perhaps he has a point.
No, Mr. Naruhodo. No. All we did was a waste of the men. We did not waste the men. So we gave the men a comfortable place to sleep for the night.
Waste them, boys.
And you say it was a prison, eh? Eh?
Perhaps he has a point again.
No. 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 You should have heard him snoring. Maya, Daya, if anyone was disturbed, it was us.
Not much to go on, really.
Their testimonies does make me wonder, you know, about this pocket watch belonging to the inspector, I mean.
Oh, yes. The one he treasured so much, apparently.
If he was confined but not restrained, as witnesses are implying, he would have still been able to wind his watch.
That's very true, yes. So did Inspector Gregson actually die when he was being held captive by these redheads?
In which case, is it possible that these two young men are responsible for Inspector Gregson's?
To be honest, I find that hard to believe. Perhaps we should try to find out exactly what happened.
Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo, yes.
I don't have a lot of money. It makes me kind of mad. The times in which I'm broke are the worst I've ever had.
You can be some kind of poorish, but also have some times
Oh, we can't
that
go to people.
are so very much fun because you can have fun without dimes.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, so he tried to escape, put a collar on him.
Can we check the picture of Gregson to see if he had red around his neck?
Oh yeah, that might be it.
Yeah,
we can't really see very much. It doesn't look like it.
but he
See
doesn't
enough?
have it, though.
Oh, okay.
His neck is definitely exposed, so I think you're right.
Yeah.
And if you're wrong, I'm going to blame you entirely.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I hope you're ready for that.
I
But if you're right, I'm going to take the credit for
Yeah.
realizing that you were right.
If I'm wrong, are you gonna tie me to the bedpost? You gonna put the collar on me?
Aye, Capo.
Aye,
Aye,
Capo.
Oh wow, yeah, that is a song. I was full of my pride, I was tripping the rhyme.
But the lack thereof will leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside and out, find nothing but faith in
nothing.
Want to put my tender heart in a blender and watch it spin round to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, and then I'm through with you.
And
Yeah.
then they scream, tie me to a bedpost at some point.
Tie me to the bed! I would swallow my rinds, I would choke on the grinds. Right, the road would leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt and turn it inside out.
Nothing but faith in nothing.
Good song.
Good song.
So, the day before his body was discovered, Inspector Gregson was taken prisoner while working incognito.
Oh.
No, it was not like that. It was hardly a present. It was an invitation to stay. It was only.
Wow, this invitation to stay looks a lot like a dog collar.
Trop exclusive.
No, stay. Locks the door. Stay for a bit. Come on.
Une night.
Get comfortable. Take off your shoes.
However you describe it, there's one glaring inconsistency that remains.
And what inconsistency is this, counsel?
I would ask the court to look closely at this photograph of the victim, Inspector Gregson.
It's about the implications. Right, Caleb?
You will see that there's no red ring visible around his neck.
But that makes no sense. It was me who took the collar off the man in the morning. And I saw the red bruises on his neck, just like I have.
Given that the mark is still clearly visible on this witness's neck, we'd expect to see bruising on the victim, who was put in the collar more recently than Mr. De Rossi.
Oh, indeed. That is most peculiar.
But what do we tell you, eh? We said this from the beginning many times.
Oui, Peppino, right. The man in the photograph. Is our difference in the man will cut his hand.
Order! Order!
It would appear then that on the day before the incident, the man who visited the park on Lime Street posing as an incognito inspector was not Inspector Gregson at all.
If that's true, however, how do you explain the inspector's identification?
How do you explain you're wearing my frickin' armband? It's the same principle, dumbass.
Stolen.
Oh yeah? Well, this is a genuine identification book issued by Scotland Yard. It's inconceivable that someone could have stolen such an important item from the inspector.
Oh, really?
Unless the inspector had amnesia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He went there. He went there.
Do you know something about that, or did you forget?
Oh, wow. I
The
was one
prosecution-
with amnesia, but you forgot your manners.
Wow.
Let's get my tea out here.
Kazuma shot first. The prosecution made that assertion itself. Ugh. Haha.
And we also know that the inspector had made note of the red-headed leak in his diary for the day. Which surely means that we can't divorce the two events completely.
Inconsistency noted by the defense is most troubling. If it were the real Inspector Gregson, whom these two red-headed gentlemen encountered, the fact that no bruising can be seen around his neck defies explanation.
But equally, if they actually encountered an imposter, how did that person come to be in possession of the real inspector's identification?
Does the defense have some plausible explanation, counsel?
The whole thing defies explanation.
It is for precisely these occasions that we keep meticulous notes on the court record, Mr. Naruto. Because those are the facts, and the facts cannot lie.
No. The facts can't lie. Even when they point to something so incredible, it's almost unbelievable. Well, my lord, the true identity of the person who turned up in the park for the Red-Headed League's enrollment is revealed by information in the court record, I believe, if I'm going to read between the lines of what my judicial assistant told me.
Good gracious!
Bodacious.
Very tantalizing, Mr. Naruhodo.
Ooh.
Very tantalizing. So why don't you all help us see what it is, or see whatever truth it is that you have apparently seen?
Status tantalized.
Who exactly was this inspector that appeared before Mr. DeRossi and Mr. DeRosso?
An
Poster. Ah.
Though it seems incredible, I admit, the undeniable facts point to only one thing. I don't know why. Since no bruising can be seen on the victim's neck, the person who these two red-headed men took prisoner that day cannot have been Inspector Gregson.
In other words, your whole argument up till now has been a waste of time.
On the contrary, I haven't finished.
What?
There's no bruising on the victim's neck, so the question immediately posed next is, who exactly was this man in the park on Lime Street found to be carrying Inspector Gregson's identification?
See, that's right. We tell you the same story every time. Whoever this man was, the couple dragged him from the pillar to a post with the dog colore.
Mon Dieu, Peppino! It was not so harsh as you say, huh?
So who was the falso inspector, eh? Who was he?
Clearly, the defense has an idea about that. The true identity of the man these two imprisoned that night.
I must ask the counsel for the defense to elaborate post haste. Who did the witness encounter in the park posing as Inspector Gregson?
Oh god, I almost pressed
Kind
it.
of funny.
It was Susato Mikotoba.
Oh no!
You found me out. I thought you'd never suspect me.
Who was it that we threw? Was it Trucy? Every time we had the chance.
I think we did, yeah.
We always tried to accuse
Implicate
Trucy.
Trucy.
Yeah.
One time this is
The
gonna
real
work.
killer is Trucy.
What? Oh, they literally showed like the ouch mark on his neck in this picture.
Oh! I wonder if they updated that if we missed it. That's interesting. No. You sure did. Nice. That was fun. This would also be funny. I wonder if there's dialogue for it, but I won't miss it.
You don't want any biscuits?
No. not today.
Goodness me, isn't that...
One of the witnesses who was in the stand in this very courtroom earlier today. A nameless man whose only occupation appears to be peddling hearsay to passersby.
What on earth would a street seller be doing with a police inspector's identification papers?
Trying to make money?
Witnesses! Is this the man or not?
What has happened to his lip?
You see, this is a man not for... this man is not for the Red-Headed League, eh? He's looking for this Twisted Lip League, no?
Perhaps rather than making such a rash claim next time, you should bite your lip instead.
It seems improbable, yes, but one undeniable fact remains. During his testimony earlier, I noted something around the man's neck. A red ring of bruising.
Eh?
What?
That's right, his CPU overheated. The defense demands that Mr. Gossip be brought back to the stand.
Gossip Gregson.
Order! Order, bailiff! Bring the aforementioned witnesses back to the courtroom for witness immediately!
He got stung by a bee right on the lip.
Oh no.
Why is everyone just so like, oh? Great shot.
Well, I never. An undeniable ring of bruising indeed. And identical to that of the witness beside him.
Of all the witnesses to bring back.
What's going on here, eh? I've always had this meat. There's a birthmark, isn't it?
A birthmark, you say?
I assume the reason you've been recalled to the stand has been explained to you?
I am something about the inspector again. Well, I'm telling you, I got it all wrong as usual.
You're denying all knowledge of it.
Well, of course I am. Are you trying to kill me with all this nonsense, eh?
Well, at least you'll have more stories to peddle back on Fresno Street, won't you? Now, we're gonna need you to testify again.
And you, Mr. DeRosso and Mr. DeRossi, I'm sure you'll cooperate, won't you?
Do we have any choice?
We are in big trouble, eh, Capo?
It's quite enough dilatory chatter. Proceed with the testimony.
I think it's pronounced Delatry.
Delatry.
I don't know. That's not correct. I just thought it would be fun to pronounce
Well,
it
it's
like
dill
that.
pickles now.
It's dill
There's enough
pickles.
dill pickles from all of you. I demand we get to the rind of the situation.
The inspector and the identification revisited.
The man who claimed to be an inspector that day was definitely not this man.
He's right, see? You would think we would forget that these grand lips, eh? Ooh, so kissable.
I never leave a Fresno Street, alright? I have no interest in any red-headed league. I'm all alone in the world, me. I got no kinsfolk or nothing. Why would I be involved in something like that? Just look at me, eh? Does it look like I could carry off in disguise with a face like this?
If you stung your lips with bees and nose, perhaps you would be...
Stung your lips with bees and nose.
Bees and nose, bees and nose.
It would appear that we have the wrong man.
What have I been telling you all? There is no need for this pointless testimony.
Oh...
That's right. I'm just a simple peddler, remember? Fresno Street's all I know. How would I come by a police inspector's identification book, eh?
He works for the gas lady who's bees.
Bees!
Bees. It's all coming together.
Yes.
Well-
Check his knees.
Yes, it's hard to explain, but
A brief cross-examination, I think, counsel. Very brief.
isn't there anyone in this courtroom who thinks I might be onto something?
I stand steadfastly at your side as always, Mr. Naruhodo.
Bum. Ba-da.
Bees.
The
inspector and identification.
It's not this man.
It is not this man.
He's
And
not
it is
this man.
Not this day.
Not ever.
But tomorrow.
We will find out who it was tomorrow.
Your mother smells of elderberries, and your father was a hamster.
Ah! Sacré!
Well, everyone, we're going to Sandwich's house.
Sandwich!
Yeah, I love Sandwich.
I
Oh,
am-
wait, Sandwich doesn't have a house.
Oh.
Okay.
Damn
I got
it.
some stuff to put up on the board.
The man barely has a sandwich.
Barely.
Hot, actual hero.
Hot
Actual hero. Success is lobster. Intelligence. Ride the toast. Oh, sorry, Straw Hat. I was in it.
What
Got
do
you.
you call a thick reaper? Baroque Van Cheeks.
Hey, Straw Hat.
Nice.
That's a good one. All right, I'm putting it up.
Right.
Right.
Sorry, Straw Hat. Thank you. Barack Von Cheeks.
Barack Von Cheeks.
Just mod Dorossi's cheeks to Barack's buttocks.
Absolutely. And when he fills up his wine glass, he puts the cup on his butt.
Couldn't it be Buttock Von Cheeks?
Batak Von Cheeks.
Batak-
Oh my god, yeah.
Buttock Von Cheeks.
Batak Von Cheeks. This is just their, like, slightly more adult names, isn't it?
Thanks. Absolutely. Well, I guess more the porn parody names.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Buttock Van Cheeks, what are you doing here? Nothing. Cause nude ma.
That's so gay.
Ass so gay. Oh, cousin nude ma, ass so gay. How could you be here in this
Naru
hour?
Hodo. Oh god, I love porn parody names.
They're so good.
They're very
They're
fun.
very fun.
Yeah. I really like Naru Hodo.
Naruhodo is good.
We leave Sasato out of this.
We leave her out of this, of course.
Of course.
Leave her out of this. Leave her alone.
Amazing. Yeah, Witch's house after this. It's gonna be
Whose
great.
house?
The Witch's house.
Which house?
I don't know, it's the Witches.
But who's on first?
Rabbit season, I think.
Oh, look at all of those chickens.
But yeah, thank you for being here. Very fun.
As always.
More tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow, Thursday!
It's the last day of the week.
Hiya.
Yep.
Witch's house in a bit.
Yep.
More of this tomorrow. See you
Yep.
then.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, Laiba.